There he is. Johnny!
Alright, welcome to episode 3 of 3 Minute Haunting. We're here with Johnny. What's up, Johnny?
What's going on, man?
Good to see you, man. Good to have you on board here. So, obviously, the whole point of this thing is, do you believe in ghosts? And have you ever had any sort of paranormal encounter in your life? Going back to childhood, recently, whatever.
Yeah, I believe in ghosts. I've never seen one per se, but I definitely felt, the presence of something, some other being or whatever it was. And it didn't happen that long ago. It happened about 5 or 6 years ago. I was at my parents' house, which is on the North Shore, and the house is really old and really creepy, and you always hear sounds coming out of it, and it's nothing but water pipes and this and that. But I remember specifically one time I fell asleep watching a movie on the couch, and I was going into the kitchen to grab something to drink, and between the kitchen and the TV room there's this just dining area, and it's just really creepy looking at night or whatever. But either way, I was walking across to get to the refrigerator of the kitchen on the other side, and as I'm walking through, I passed through like a really cold, almost like the cold breeze from like a snowstorm, like when you're in a nice warm house and you open up the door and the chill comes through the door and it hits you. And it felt like that, and I was in like a state of like dementia for like 2 seconds, and it felt like my whole body was like asleep. You know how when your leg falls asleep? My whole body was asleep, and it was just like, it was weird. And the spot where this happened, there was no windows open, there's no vents around. It's just a dining area, and there was nothing like that moved. Like there was a tablecloth on the table that didn't move, because I remember specifically, it just like it felt like it passed through me. And I mean, like I said, I've never seen a ghost or whatever, but I definitely felt the presence of something.
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't able to see it, but I definitely felt it, and it was weird, and it never happened again. And this all happened, I'd say it was like 1:30 in the morning when this happened. I fell asleep watching a movie, I got up, went to go get a drink, and that happened. It was unexplainable, and I'm not sure if it's because it's an old house or what, but like, I couldn't, I was a little freaked out by it because I couldn't see anything that would have caused that.
Yeah,
like a window being open.
Around, there's nothing to
I'm looking around, there's nothing there.
Nothing's open.
It put like goosebumps all over my body, and it wasn't like a bad feeling. It wasn't like, whatever was there didn't want me out there. I think it was like wanting to let me know what was up. Like, hey, I'm a spirit and I'm in your house. And, but it's cool though, because I think if it was an angry spirit or an ill-mannered being, that it would have done something else. Because, like I said, it was rather strong and really freaky and unexplainable. And it hasn't happened since. And I never really talked about it before because I didn't think anything of it. But like, my parents' house is wicked old, so God
still own the house? Yeah.
They still own the house. It was it was built in 1814.
Oh, so that's like over 200 years old almost.
Yeah, like everything on it is like pretty much untouched, like the whole house. Like it's built on a little like extra things, but like other than that, the whole house is untouched, and it's real spooky. It's like creaky floors and shit like that. But I never really believed in like any other spiritual things until that happened to me.
Oh yeah, that'll set it off,
Yeah, absolutely. It was unexplainable. Like I said, unexplainable. I could not tell you where this thing came from, and it was like fall season. It was like October when this happened. There was no windows open. It passed through me in like a matter of, it hit me in like a second, and then like at least a second or two after that, I kind of just like stopped. Like I was walking, and I just stopped and felt it, and then kind of snapped out of it and kept walking.
Yeah.
I was like, that's kind of weird.
Yeah, well, they say the cold spots are like a way of the spirits are kind of drawing the thermal energy out of an area in order to try to manifest.
Yeah.
But I mean, like you said, you try to debunk everything. I mean, if there's no windows, there's no drafts, it's warm in the house, and all of a sudden, why is there a cold spot?
Yeah,
It's like,
exactly. Like that's all I wanted too. Like all I wanted to do was figure out where it came from. But then when I couldn't,
oh yeah, that's always when the creep sets in.
yeah,
You
the
know what I mean?
creep
You're
kind
like,
of
I
set
can't
in,
explain it. It's something weird.
and it took me a while to fall back to sleep after that.
Yeah,
It took
it's
me a
just like it
couple
says
hours.
right here. If you rule out the possible, only impossible remains. You know, if there's no natural cause for there to be a strange draft in the house, then there might be something to it.
Yeah.
You know, if any history of the house, like people dying in the house or family members, or anything like that.
I don't know any history on the house. All I know is that it's a really old house, and this guy, John Carpenter, built it, and he was a shoemaker.
Nice. That's an old school profession.
Whatever happened in there, I'm not familiar. I'm not aware of anything
Yeah.
Horrific, or
Yeah.
like if anybody died in there. I imagine somebody died in there because it's such an old house. You know, a lot of people would get bedridden from the flu or whatever it is, and they
Oh
die
yeah.
in the
Back
house.
in the day, 200 years ago, there was influenza. There was all that
Yeah,
crap.
so maybe it was one of them. Like I don't know, but and my dad always, thought the place was haunted
Built
somewhat, but
something up. Yeah.
not haunted in a bad way because he never thought that
Yeah, they can be
the
perfectly
spirits were bad or anything.
benevolent,
He
nice
thought they were
spirits.
good.
Yeah, like old family
Yeah.
members, guardian angel type of things.
Yeah.
Nice.
So that's my experience with
Brief little brush with the paranormal. Yeah.
paranormal being or some kind of paranormal
Yeah.
activity going on.
Something was up. Nice.
Yeah.
Sounds good, man. Well, I thank you very much for sharing, man. We
No
appreciate
problem.
it. And once again, that was 3 Minute Haunting. And sorry it takes so long to get them up. You know, we're busy people, but we'll have the next one up soon. And we hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.
I don't know how to cut it off.
It's a red button.
Yeah.
Red button.
There's a stop button up there somewhere. Where's that stop button at? Where's that stop button at? Oh, look at all those posters. Nice.